Hello dear kids, welcome back in your social studies class. Today we are going to read about the great emperor Ashok. Okay, so come to the chapter. Look at this picture. It shows the lion capital. Where have you seen something like it? The national emblem of India, which we see on our money, passports and government papers is based on this capital. The lion capital was part of a huge pillar built by a king named Ashok. Ashok was one of the greatest kings to rule in India. Like all great kings, he was a conqueror. Conqueror means a winner and built a huge empire. But Ashok was special because he was a king who gave up war. Let's read about him in detail. Ashok's family history. Ashok's grandfather Chandragupta Maurya ruled over a large kingdom called Magad more than 2000 years ago. The capital of Magad was Patliputra. In present day, we call this Patna. Class, Patliputra was the capital of Ashok's empire. It was surrounded by a high wall. This was built to keep the enemies away. The royal palace was at the center of the city, and the city had houses, temples, shops, marketplaces, and parks. Okay. Chandragupta Maurya was the first Indian king who built an empire, and after him, his son Bindusar became the king. Ashok was Bindusar's son. Now, the Kaling War. A kingdom called Kaling, present day Odisha, had refused to bow down to the rulers of Magad. When Ashok became the king, he decided to conquer Kaling and make it a part of his empire. Ashok attacked Kaling with a huge army. Huge means a big. A fierce and bloody war was fought. Thousands were killed and wounded. Ashok won the war, but he was shocked by the death and destruction it had caused. He saw women and children crying over the dead bodies of their loved one. Filled with regret, regret means he felt sorry or sad about his mistake. So he decided to give up war forever. Class, Ashok ruled over a large part of India. Kaling was the one region that was not under his rule. To bring Kaling under his empire, Ashok fought a war. This war is known as the Kaling War. Many people died in this war. Thousands were injured. Ashok was sad to see this. He decided not to fight any more wars. Now, Ashok and Buddhism. Before the war with Kaling, Ashok had been a cruel king. But the war changed him. Ashok began to hate violence. He gave up hunting and killing. He decided to live his life according to the principles of non-violence, charity, mercy, truth, and tolerance as taught by the Buddha. Class, what Ashoka did for the people. After the Kaling War, Ashoka spent most of his time doing good for the people. He built roads and rest houses, planted trees, dug wells, built hospitals for people and animals, and so on. Okay? Ashok wanted to spread the teachings of the Buddha all over his kingdom. He made public announcements to tell his people about these teachings. He also had them carved as edict. Edict means an order on the rocks and pillars. Ashok asked his people to be kind, forgiving, and generous. Ashok also built many stupas. A stupa is a Buddhist holy building or a structure. Now, as we read this, that Ashoka became a follower of Gautam Buddha. The Buddha asked people to be kind to all living things. Ashoka also asked people to be kind to others, respect their elders, always speak the truth, and he also got his message carved on rocks and pillars. These were put up at different places in his empire. People could read and learn from them. Ashoka spread the message of peace. Ashoka spread the message of the Buddha even beyond his kingdom. He did this by sending messengers to different places in Asia and to Greece and Egypt. He sent his son Mahendra and daughter Sanghmitra to Sri Lanka. Look, to spread the teaching of the Buddha, Ashoka sent his children to far off places. Now, an emperor who served his people, Ashok declared, "All men are my children." He took good care of his people. He asked his officers not to be violent or harsh. He went on tours to see for himself how his people were living. He had trees planted, well dug, and rest houses and hospitals built for them. He also gave orders to prevent cruelty to animals. We know all this from Ashok's message on rocks and pillars. Ashok ruled for a long time. During his rule, there was peace and prosperity. Ashok respected all religions and gave his people the freedom to follow their own religion. We remember Ashoka as a great and noble king who served his people well. So, what we read about the Emperor Ashok, take a look. Ashok ruled over a large kingdom of Magad. Patliputra was his capital. He was a great conqueror and built a huge empire. Ashok fought the Kaling War. After this, he did not fight any other war. After defeating Kalinga, Ashok decided to give up war and follow the teachings of the Buddha. As he followed the teachings of the Buddha, he told his people to be non-violent, kind, and forgiving. His orders were carved on pillars and rocks. Ashoka spread the message of peace. Ashoka was a kind ruler and he did many things for the well being of his people. And he helped his people in many ways. So, this is all about Ashok. Kindly read the chapter and fill the bookwork. Thank you.